A warm greetings for the day. This is Chethan Kumar from WorkNav and I welcome all of you to this video on one of the highly important reasoning aptitude topics, that is clock. I firmly believe that you have watched a couple of videos that I posted 2 days ago. One was on the topic of number properties and the other one was on percentage. If you have not watched those two, I will give you the links of those two videos in the description and I encourage all of you to watch them once you finish watching this. And in today's session, we will be covering 5 problems from the concept of clocks, and these 5 problems are from one particular section of clocks. So after going through this video, you will have absolutely no confusion on how to solve this particular type of problem from the concept of clocks. Without wasting much time, we will quickly get into problem number 1, and the moment when the question and answer choices are available to you, pause the video for some time and try to solve the problem on your own. And then resume the video for explanatory solution. Your question is over here and answer choices are here. Alright, we will move on to the explanatory solution. Right answer to this problem is 157.5 degree. Before I go with the explanation part, I'll tell you, because of the pressure in the examination hall, many people end up taking 180 degree as the right answer. And I'll tell you why those people end up taking 180 degree as the answer. Because their mind will function like this. 3:45 means hour hand will point to 3, minute hand will point to 9. Absolutely wrong assumption, because hour hand will point to 3 only at 3 o'clock. Now, what is the right representation of 3:45 then? 3:45, the right representation is over here. You need to understand, hour hand will point to 3 only at 3 o'clock. So, if the time was 3 o'clock, then hour hand was pointing to 3. Now, it is pointing somewhere away from 3 and somewhere very much close to 4. And now tell me why this deflection has happened. This deflection happened only because minute hand has made a deflection of 45 minutes. Only because of this deflection happened. Alright, you understood that. Now, what you need to find out? You need to find out the angle between minute hand and the hour hand. Simply, you need to find out this angle now. To find out this angle, you need to know something. And the first thing you need to know is, entire angle enclosed by the clock is 360 degree. Because clock is a circle, right? Or the motion of those two hands of the clock is circular motion. And that's why total angle covered is 360 degree. And what is the angle contributed by each segment of the clock? That is 30 degree. So, angle contributed by each segment of the clock is 30 degree. And that's the reason why 12 to 1, if you consider 12 to 1 range, this angle is 30 degree. What about 1 to 2? That will also be 30 degree. 2 to 3, that will also be 30 degree. And here itself, you can also understand one more point. 12 to 1, that means it is a 5-minute deflection, right? It is 5-minute deflection. So 5-minute deflection is 30 degree. Then how much is 1 minute deflection? Simple. It is 6 degree. How did I do it so quickly? 5 is being converted into 1 just by dividing this number by 5, right? In that case, right hand side should also be divided by 5. What is 30 divided by 5? It is 6 degree. So each minute deflection will be 6 degree. Alright. Now, my question to all of you is this. I told you, hour hand was initially pointing to 3. Right now, it is somewhere pointing near to the region of 4. Why that deflection happened? That deflection happened because minute hand has made a deflection of 45 minutes. Now, you need to tell me the answer. For 60-minute deflection in the minute hand, what is the angle covered by hour hand? This is a very simple question. For 60-minute deflection in the minute hand, what is the angle covered by the hour hand? Imagine the case of 3 o'clock itself. When the time is 3 o'clock, hour hand will point to 3, minute hand will point to 12, right? And now, after 60 minutes, minute hand will be pointing to number 12 itself, but hour hand will point to 4. Now, hour hand has made a deflection of this. That means it is moving from 3 to 4. And what is that deflection? It is 30 degree, right? So that means if a minute hand makes a deflection of 60 minutes, the corresponding angle covered by that hour hand is 30 degree. You need to remember this. Then I'll erase this particular portion now. It's a simple calculation. Now the minute value is reduced, right? Exactly by 2. This should also be reducing by 2. That means for 30-minute deflection in the minute hand, hour hand covers 15 degree. And if it continues like this, if I ask you for 10-minute deflection in the minute hand, what is the angle covered by the hour hand? It is something like this. You can take a reference of this itself. 30 is converted into 10, right? How is that done? Divided by 3. In that case, this side should also be divided by 3. So that means for 10-minute deflection in the minute hand, hour hand will cover 5 degree angle. I think this is becoming a bit easier for all of you right now. Last question that I would like to ask you is, for 1 minute deflection in the minute hand, what is the angle covered by the hour hand? It is 0.5 degree. And you can observe one thing. For 60-minute deflection in the minute hand, hour hand covers 30 degree, right? Which is exactly half of the minute value given here. Similarly, for 30-minute deflection in the minute hand, hour hand covers 15 degree, which is half of the minute value given here. This 5 degree again is the half of the minute value given here. 0.5 degree is half of the minute value given over here. This is one simple thing you need to understand, and that will be necessary for you to solve this problem. I hope all the basics are clear for all of you right now. First thing I explained was total angle covered by the clock is 360 degree, and if I divide this by 12 different segments, then angle contributed by each segment of the clock will be 30 degree. So that was what the first understanding, and the second is for minute hand deflection, what is the corresponding angle covered by the hour hand. These two are highly necessary. I hope you have made note of this. We'll move on to the explanation of this problem. Now, after knowing these two things, your problem becomes so simple. Now, this is how the representation would look, 345, and now you know that this angle is 30 degree, this is also 30 degree, this is also 30 degree. You know that you need to find out angle between minute hand and the hour hand at 345. How will you do this? Simple. You need to count. How will you count? From 9 to 8, it is one segment, right? One segment means it is 30 degree. 8 to 7 again 30 degree. 7 to 6 it is 30 degree. 6 to 5 it is 30 degree. 5 to 4 again 30 degree. Now total 150 degree is done. But that's not the answer. And why am I stopping here? Because if you have any answer choices which are lesser than 150 degree, you can eliminate them here itself. Alright. Now, after coming to this point, you still are left with this calculation, right? This small segment is remaining now. Now, what is this angle? You need to find it out. How will you find it out? Something like this. Initially, when the time was 3 o'clock, hour hand was pointing to 3. Now it is pointing somewhere near to the region of 4, right? This deflection. What was the responsible thing for this deflection? This deflection happened only because minute hand has made a deflection of 45 minutes. And now you need to answer my question. For 45-minute deflection in the minute hand, what is the angle covered by the hour hand? It is half of this, right? Which is 22.5 degree. Perfect. That brings us to the conclusion. From this point to this point, angle is 22.5 degree. And now what is remaining then? Remaining will be 7.5 degree, right? Because total angle from 3 to 4 should be 30 degree. Out of that, hover hand has already covered 22.5 degree, and now this angle is what you need to find out, that is 30 minus 22.5, which is 7.5 degree. So the final answer to this problem is 157.5 degree. I hope that everyone has understood problem number 1. I have taken bit extra time in explaining the problem number 1 because basics were also involved. Now rest of the problems will happen quickly. I want all of you to solve problem number 2, and your question is over here. Answer choices are also available. Tell me what could be the answer to this question. Alright. You're right, 107.5 degree is the answer. I hope many of you have got this answer. But if you're still wondering how 107.5 degree is the answer, here is a solution. Clock once again, and hover hand will point to number 10 only at 10 o'clock. I told you, hover hand will point to 10 only at 10 o'clock. Now the time is 10:35. That means for that 35-minute deflection in the minute hand, hover hand also has made some deflection. You need to know this. Now your duty is to find out angle between the hands of the clock. This angle is what you need to find out. And we know that from 10 to 9 it is 30 degree, 9 to 8 is also 30 degree, 8 to 7 segment is also 30 degree. So total 90 degree is done. So this is gone. Option D is anyway gone because we are still left with this portion, right? This is yet to be calculated. So one answer choice I effectively eliminated. And now you need to answer my question. Initially at 10 o'clock, hover hand was pointing to 10. Right now it is pointing somewhere over here. And what is the reason for this deflection? Reason for that deflection is this 35-minute deflection by the minute hand. Now you tell me, for 35-minute deflection in the minute hand, what is the angle covered by the hover hand? It is simply half of this value, which is 17.5 degree, and this angle covered by the hover hand will be 17.5 degree. Now 90 plus 17.5 degree will give me 107.5 degree, and that's the final answer. I hope that everyone got clear understanding on this problem, and with the same excitement I want all of you to solve problem number 3. Your question is here, answer choices are here. I hope everyone has got 47 degree as the answer. Now we'll see how 47 degree is the right answer. Look at here, this is the clock, and hover hand will point to number 1 exactly at 1 o'clock. Now after 1 o'clock, it's already been 14 minutes, and for that 14-minute deflection, hover hand will also move by a certain angle. Now your duty is to find out what will be this angle. How will you find out this angle? Very simple logic. From number 2 to this point, what is the angle? Yes, you got it right. From 2 to 3, total 30 degree. Now one segment is not included in this. Then the total angle will be 24 degree, because 1 minute segment, I told you, it will provide 6 degree. Now 4 segments are involved in the calculation. So it is 24 degree. And now you should also find out what is this angle. From number 2 to this point, what is the angle? How will you identify that? You can identify that with the help of this. Tell me quickly, for 14 minutes deflection in the minute hand, what is the angle covered by the hover hand? It is half of this, right? Which is 7 degree. That means from 1 o'clock to 1:14, hover hand has already made a deflection of how much? 7 degree. And we know that from 1 to 2, the distance is 30 degree, right? Out of that, 7 degree is done already. Remaining will be 23 degree. Now your answer will be 24 degree plus 23 degree, which is 47 degree. I hope that everyone is understanding this problem right now, and I have made your life simple by giving you this strategy of clocks. With the same excitement again, I want all of you to solve question number 4, and the question is over here. What is the angle between minute hand and the hour hand of the clock at 11:59? I hope many of you have already got the answer. It is 5.5 degree, but how? Very simple calculation. Hour hand will point to 11 exactly at 11 o'clock. And now the time is 11:59, and now the representation is something like this. And how to find out this angle is the question. You can find the answer in this way. Definitely your answer will be less than 6 degree. How do I know that? At 11:59, minute hand is pointing to this section, I know that, and hour hand will definitely be away from this particular point, right? So that means it is between this section and the number 12, and this entire angle itself is 6 degree. And now if it is inside that, answer will be lesser than 6 degree. So your one answer choice is removed, that is 6.5 degree. Now, how to find out the answer to this question? Simple. Tell me, for 59 minutes deflection in the minute hand, what is the angle covered by the hour hand? Quickly. Half of this, which is 29.5 degree. And now this landmark, you know that it is 24, right? If you count from here, it is 6 degree, 12 degree, 18 degree, 24, and the final one is 30. Now, hour hand is at 29.5 degree, right? And minute value is at 24. Now, what is the difference between those two values? 24 and 29.5, it is 5.5. Answer is 5.5 degree. So, we just learnt one simple concept and all these problems are becoming easier for us. Right. We'll move on to the last problem of this video, and that is question number 5. Question is here and the answer choices are also here. What is the angle between the minute hand and the hour hand of the clock at 4:41? The answer is 105.5 degree. How is this the right answer? At 4 o'clock, hour hand will be pointing to 4. You know that. Now the time is 4:41 and you need to find out the angle between these two hands at 4:41. Basically, you need to find out this distance, and you know that from here to number 8, 1 minute space is there, and that 1 minute space will contribute 6 degree. 8 to 7, it is 30 degree. 7 to 6, it is 30 degree. 6 to 5 is also 30 degree. And now this extra distance is what you need to find out. Here to here. How will you find it out? You can find it out like this. At 4 o'clock, hour hand was pointing to 4, and now it is pointing somewhere to a region which is close to 5. Why this deflection happened? That deflection happened only because minute hand has made a deflection of 41 minutes. Now you tell me, for 41 minute deflection in the minute hand, what is the angle covered by the hour hand? It is 20.5 degree. So, already minute hand has made 20.5 degree from here to here. And you know that total angle between 4 and 5 is 30 degree. Already 20.5 is covered out of that. Remaining will be 9.5 degree. Remaining will be 9.5 degree. So already you have 30, 30, 30, 90, 96 degree. In addition to that, you have 9.5 degree. Now, don't go with this conventional addition. You can do like this. 96 plus 10 will give me 106. And subtract 0.5 from that. You will get 105.5 degree. That's the answer. And that brings us to the final part of this video, and I hope that this video was helpful for everyone out there who had absolutely no idea about concept of clocks. And for similar kind of a video, I encourage all of you to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and this is where we will be continuously posting different types of problems from various aptitude topics, and in the upcoming days we have also planned to upload videos on verbal aptitude topics as well. So I highly encourage all of you to subscribe to this channel, and please don't forget to hit that bell icon, because if you do that, every time when we post a new video you will be kept notified. Thank you so much for your time, and I would like to meet you people in the next video with a fresh new concept. Until then, it's bye bye from Chethan Kumar. Have a wonderful day ahead.